They just want to put the pressure back on Virtus.pro.
Yeah, just thinking about how quickly they can play, though, with Exo, Dragon Form, and the fact that Clock and Hoodwink, pretty much once they hit 6, they are just a killer threat everywhere on the map. You've got a support duo that can go with any core, or even just a support duo can go and kill, right? So you can have these 3 other heroes farming or pushing waves, holding out the map. It's just a very, very well-rounded draft.
My current test for a draft in a pro game is what can they do at 10 minutes? And that has served me very well in terms of who has been winning Dota matches lately. Like this idea of just like, if both your, like, let's say both your supports hit 6, what do you do? Like, what is your team capable of doing, and how good is the other team good at, how capable are they at defending against it? And I feel like the team who wins at 10 minutes is just crushing right now. It seems a little snowbally in that regard. It's not like the game ends, but it feels like you can just build up this really important lead. And that's why I like the DP mid, I think. I think that her getting farm would be a little bit better for the team. Ooh, they go back for the Zeus.
Yeah, that's a bit of damage there for the Chrono. Have a decent time, you know, pushing back against some of this hardcore tower destruction from Bet Boom as well. Yeah, I do worry about Crystal Maiden and Tiny sometimes. Like if CM has a poor lane, if Tiny doesn't get his Blink dagger fast enough, they can fall by the wayside. Whereas Clock and Hoodwink, you know, they just need spells. They just need, like you say, just level 6, 10 minutes in. Hey, we go. Let Pure farm away on this Lina. Get him all built up.
Yeah, I don't know, Virtus.pro. This one looks a little bit tough to me, but we'll see. I think the keys for Virtus.pro will definitely be the first couple chronos. I feel like you're gonna have to get involved a little bit. You're gonna try and punish on that. Maybe you won't be able to do anything on the tier 1 safe lane, because that can, you know, a little bit tough to rotate to unless it's like really well timed by everyone. But the mid tower, they're gonna have to fight it all for that mid tower. The RPs, the chronos. Because once that mid tower falls, and you know it's a core DP and a core Dragon Knight, so it's gonna fall.
The swarm is coming.
Yeah, then the map just opens.
Yep. It sure does. I mean, what build on Magnus nowadays? Is it like Arcane's Mech Blink, or?
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's definitely what I've been seeing a lot of, but I'm not sure what sort of pressure is noticing. I feel like he's under in this one to like to make those plays. A lot of it's going to depend on, I think, Eeu. What sort of trajectory the itemization of his time looks like. They're going to be pretty dependent on him to actually make plays.
Prepare for battle.
I just like winning.
Either way, they definitely seem to have a pretty passive tricore.
I just like winning.
Like, Zeus doesn't really want to do anything until these big items.
Check.
We're just going to hang out. Check. Hello? Uh-oh.
Yeah, but no, we're good on stream. I'm just my little voice bubble in game hasn't popped up, and I'm a little worried. I've got you reminded me, and I pressed the check button, but it's bugged.
Yeah, no, it's just not there. Yeah, mine's not there either.
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
yeah, that's the life. Don't worry, we're good. God, what a frightening thing for the production person to do. Check.
Well, I am the production person. I'm scared myself.
I know. Terrified.
Oh, terrified you. Sorry. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
I should have given you a heads up there. Like 1 second, I'm just gonna check 1, 2.
Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned, if you do want to put on like a fake voice while you do the production task, that could be helpful.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could do that.
Look at someone to really blame.
Look at Scotty, the Scottish production manager. He's going to turn on all the overlays. There we go.
I don't consider myself the best player.
Solved. And it sounds nothing like you, so no one will be able to tell.
Well, actually, we could go a little bit higher, so it sounds nothing like me at all.
The battle begins.
I'm a little impressed now. This is good. Oh, yeah? Nightfall, though.
Keep it going.
Don't love that.
Don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
I didn't even level toss on the Tiny. He's holding a point. Picks up his little boots. So laning, we're looking at what Void Maiden, pretty solid against a Hoodwink DK. I think DK is going to get a lot of farm out of this lane, isn't he?
It doesn't really look like you're going to be that harassed. It's like, do you call us? What is the value play? Oh, he's got the quelling blade. Good man, making sure. I like that.
Hoodwink.
Yeah. Stop those bushwhacks. No, maybe, you know, not that one. Obviously, there's way too many trees anyway, so you're not gonna be able to stop that.
That one's tough. Yeah, both the quellings. And top lane, Magnus Tiny looks like. Is it Eeu or Seyush? I think the W in Cyrillic is a sure.
I've definitely just heard both, so...
Yeah, we've all been calling him Seiyu for ages. But anyway, he's going on a bit of a wander, trying to drag creep waves. But Toronto, Tokyo... Ooh, that was close. He's going to get the range creep, but the 3 melee buddies are on a bit of a journey there with the Tiny.
Yeah, and if the lane's this bad, you'll take that, honestly. Sure, it'd be great if I could get it all, but you can't contest 1v1 versus the Clockwork just in case you get like a good toss-off or something. And Mag, level 1, not having the best time. Ooh. All right.
No, they don't connect it.
Yeah, not the worst.
See, these are the scenarios where I have literally no idea what's like creep equilibrium. What's good and what's bad? Where do they want to be? What do they like? Did they want to connect it to deny range creep? Because I saw the tiny ping in it.
You know how like when you're a kid, you think the adults know everything and they actually know what's happening? That's like pro players and creep equilibrium. They don't know what's happening either. Everyone just, you know, we just all assume they know what's happening.
DK, no free fall for him.
And it's
Get the chase down. Time
Awesome.
dilation levels up at level 2 here for the Void, and yeah, Maiden at level 2 as well. Just able to take him down.
That's brutal. He had, what, 14 XP to go, and then he has 4 HP regen and 4 armor. You know, it's like killing Timber before he's level 3 sort of ideas. So I really like that. Because you know that once he's a couple points, there's going to be no pressure on this hero at all. So to not only get the first blood for your squad on him, but also just slow him down that little bit in lane is excellent.
It's like the earliest first blood of the DPC as well. All the games that I've watched have been like 7-8 minute first bloods.
Yeah, feels like everyone's on that slow burner pace in the laning stage.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes in. Quick bit of action for Virtus Pro. I would not look into the mid lane. Oh, right, because it's a Zeus against a DP. They are just pushing waves back into each other.
Yeah, well, hold on, though. Zeus, you know, he's got a hop these days, okay? So at least there's a chance. I feel like with the hop, sometimes Zeus just scores this kill. I look back lane, I'm like, well, how did that happen?
I don't know about against the DP with Spirit Siphon, though.
Yeah, what if he hops away, Gary? You're not thinking.
Oh, he hops
You're not
away?
thinking like a Zeus gamer.
Hops away, then runs back in.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the good stuff.
What
What was that noise? I think I just heard something through your head.
It's the hoodwink taunt.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes out for that.
Yeah, it sounds like a jet engine. Yeah. The high-flying squirrel, which is impressive because that means they're actually not using the taunt that came with the new loot. They're
using the old one.
Yeah, they're using the old taunt.
Oh, Tiny. Doing the cogs here, and Toronto Tokyo trying to set up the Lina, but the skewer back sends Pure into the creep wave, and it's actually saved the Tiny for long enough that Notice can get some good damage in onto the Lina now. Wait, he can't kill it here. They have a toss. Pure is able to turn Light Striker 8 and the cogs again. Notice now the one trapped inside. Getting pushed around, but still no kill up in that top lane. Just a lot of blood being spilt.
Yeah, everyone playing it right to the limit there. Oh, look at that tree. I honestly thought he was going to run for that tree. Oh, no.
Yeah, now he's got her. Now he's got her. Toss back into that big old hammer of Magnus. Toronto Tokyo trying to get a trade off the Tiny, but I don't think he's going to be able to get this job done. Boots up.
Radiant's middle tower
run
is
back.
under attack.
That was really close to survival. Much closer than I expected. GBK chase down mid, 2 points in the Crypt Swarm. Not going to be enough damage, though. There's still a Fairy Fire being saved by Squadix as well. Playing it a little bit close. You know, it strikes me now that there's probably a lot of people out here who maybe don't know who Save is. It's because of the path that he's been on for a while now. Because he was absent for a full year, I guess, right? It was after CI10.
He was on contract, right? And on the bench?
He was on contract for Virtus Pro, and he was on the bench for Virtus Pro for the entire year. And he did recently talk about it a little bit in an interview, but he's always said the same thing. He just said, yeah, you know, I'm not playing right now, but I'll come back to play if there's a team that I believe in. He said he's doing the Ana, so he's back. And it's very exciting because he was an extremely strong player. I would say he was one of the best forwards, if not just supports globally. He really impressed on a lot of different heroes. A lot of teams always talk about wanting him on their team as well. Yeah. And then he just like vanished for a year. Like his stock was extremely high, and he went and he just vanished. Like I feel like he could have gone anywhere, but he was just like, no, you guys are good enough for me.
Just put away in that savings account. All the interest it's ready. Oh, top lane. Yeah, he's trying. creeps got in the way a little bit there. You're bodyguarded by the Radiant creeps, and DOTA2 coming in from behind. He wants the tiny, and the toss back is actually going to send the clockwork into a Lena, but to land the light strike array and got that long range damage to raining onto the tiny now. Avalanche needed. Noticed again, just able to bully them away. A lot of pressure though from this dire safe lane, while Ducalis down bottom. GPK's rotation of the DD rune claims the life of the maiden.
I think maybe almost was able to get a deny there, but straight back to that mid lane. That's all right. Saving my Faceless Void, he's staying alive, and they do eventually punish Notice under that tower.
Oh, and the tiny.
Don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
Tokyo, not going to save him, is it? Nah. Maybe he could have sticked himself, but it's probably not worth it. Just wants to die and reset anyway.
Yeah, 30 mana, like get me home.
But now you're looking at this Lena with 34 last hits, 12 denies. They're going to go on the Zeus. Yeah, with the Exo up. Save comes in from behind. And Squadix with a little hop, skip, jump away.
Radiant's
Enough
middle
distance.
tower is under
There's another
attack.
Spirit Siphon and Crypt Swarm. GPK, he's not giving this one up. He sees that he can kill the mid laner and takes him down. Thunder God's Wrath expended, but there's no real help coming. Tiny level 2 Avalanche, level 1 Toss. That's not going to kill off the DP with Strength, Treads, and Wand. And it looks like the Hoodwink is able to get away from the grasp of the
Radiant's
Crystal
middle
Maiden as
tower
well.
is under attack.
Yeah, they just kind of don't panic. Save the maybe Save's dead now, though. Okay, yeah.
Sticks around for a little bit. Wait, hang on a sec. Wait,
what?
Stick and fair. Finally, Ducalis does take him down. Now, DOTA2's coming here, and he's taking the brunt of the damage from this Maiden Zeus. Man, what a nasty spot to be. Like, diving tier 2, killing Zeus, then a 3v3 fight. But it's all bet boom.
How long he survived that was kind of frightening.
Another tiny. Yeah, toss the clockwork around, but tiny Maiden just trying to defend the Zeus with everything they've got. And they guard the regen rune at the very least for Squadix. There's just a lot of emphasis put on that mid lane. While the Faceless Void, he's the one being pressured. Oh, he's gonna get the Time Walk off. Level 2 Bushwhack, level 1 Dragon Tail, not enough lockdown, but it was close.
Those moments are so funny because, like, I can see exactly what Save and Nightfall are thinking, where it's like, okay, this isn't going to be a kill, but it's going to be, like, a lot of damage, and, you know, we'll force it back. And then it's getting closer and closer, and you know it's not enough damage. It's like, I can tell it's not going to be there, but you also just kind of hope the last second he barely survives.
Doesn't press Time Walk fast enough, and then the supports come in. Making a lot of action, this Maiden Tiny.
I would say that's a bit of a problem for Bet Boom. I feel like these supports are getting a lot done. Like coming mid, helping out. CM levels are fine for Ducalis, and then they'll get the tome over. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter though because his gold's not there. I mean, actually, he gets 600 saved up. That's actually not the worst for a Tiny at this point in the game. But it's it still feels like a long road at that point because like where are you gonna go to farm your Blink Dagger?
Yeah, I'm also wondering if Bet Boom know how little farm the Faceless Void has comparative to the rest of them.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what Nightfall's communication is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm crushing this guy. I got 17 denies. He probably knows.
Yeah, Pure is like, I am free farm, I'm doing very well. How's the Void doing? Yeah, he's got nothing. He's very poor.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They're
under
going to
attack.
smoke down here, hoping that the rotation's coming. They are correct. They're actually GPK save all this because it's so good with
Yeah, takedown save. GPK does have Exo and 1 charges. Ducalis fall to the dragon form of Nightfall. Faceless Void thinking about going back in there. Does have the chrono, but no real backup. They've all retreated back to that mid lane. It just feels like that kind of move, like you're trading 1 for 1, but it feels like the map, the space belongs to Bet Boom. Like top jungle, bottom lane, mid lane, they're all farming continually.
Yeah, the only way that would have been like perfect for Virtus Pro is if they had been sort of like ganking Krillad just as they show up the Zeus and the crew. Like that could have been a solid turnaround potential. Unfortunate timings in that regard. At least say, you know, Faceless Void's farming. That's definitely what's important for Virtus Pro right now. They got to get him on a straight path. Also, notice pretty quiet up top for a while. The mech is nearly done. Already has the recipe.
Radiant's
up
top
there too.
tower
Grab all
is
the
under
little
attack.
pieces and then towards the Blink after.
Give him
never mind. It is not nearly done. My bad. I thought he had some pieces. I just keep going through. I was like, oh, the recipe. Oh, the buckler. Oh, okay, never mind.
He has it now, though, right in the back.
Radiant's bottom tower
wait, does he?
is under
He does.
attack.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Dire's middle tower
I did not
is
realize he
under
was
attack.
just looking at his build as well. There, we're good.
And the double
Radiant's
blink.
bottom tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
Yeah, quite the quick buy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Blink, buckler, blink.
Dire's top
that's
tower is under attack.
That's a tongue twister. Oh, bottom tier 1 down. Nightfall. Zelda Dragon form in 15 seconds again. And he's going to kick this Faceless Void out of the jungle. Keep GPK farming. And he did spend his Exo for that tower.
So every tiny player has a secret wish, and that's that their team loses the tier 1 tower, because that's when you get a lane. So that's pretty hype. Yeah, it's the same with the Earthshakers. They know, right? Once that happens, hey, there's a dead lane. Guys, I crushed the dead lane. I own the dead. No, go away.
No. What are you doing here? Yeah, Krill's like, I need Mask of Madness, please. I've got 3,800 net worth.
I gotta hit some ancients. Ducalis is stacking. I need the mask.
Radiant's middle tower is under
DP
attack.
around 6,000. What?
Dire's
She
top
got
tower
Kaya.
is under attack.
Float. I mean, GBK's like unkillable now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of a problem, huh? Kaya Sanj with the casual cloak. Casual cloak as well on Toronto Tokyo. I mean, you know, this is Zeus. It's always going to feel good.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
that's Blink on DK.
Oh, very nice. He's coming on the courier. Save. Taking Krill out down low. He's already
Dire's
used
top
Time Warp.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
can't really follow through on it. Making his life very
Radiant's
uncomfortable.
bottom tower is
His
under
lane as
attack.
well. Toronto Tokyo wound up sort of under the tower, but able to survive. Final finish there. All right, so how much health is? I mean, Clutch is
Dire's
dead,
top
right? If
tower
like
is under attack.
if he gets caught unaware by the lack of vision or something. Quick D word here from Save.
That'll be the signal for
Feels
Krilla.
safe.
Yeah. 3 heroes coming towards him. That's just the tier 1 mid at 200
Look
health.
at him picking the camp. He's like, he's gonna be here.
Are scanning.
Oh, he is. Blink stun. Save hands. And GPK's coming in with a bit of damage that they needed. Flies through the dead corpse of the Faceless Void. And this is at the same time the VP was smoking. They're hunting up top. Zayush, Squadix, noticed in behind. They're going to come into contact with Toronto Tokyo first. And they'll have to toss him away. They can't fight here up into the high ground of Bedboom. And they're going to lose their Tiny. Pure. You have Laguna Blade, but you got long range light clicks. The Maelstrom damage comes in with the heavy clicks of Alina.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe Save.
Radiant's
Oh, he's
top
got him.
tower is under
A
attack.
long wraparound. 3-man chrono though. But the damage, where is it? Freezing Field is ready from Ducalis. They'll kill off Save now. Off work and Lina. I'll beat up. Sorry, Pure comes in with Alina with a light strike around to the maid, and then GBK, who got stunned but is so tanky they can't kill her off. Now the tiny toss, avalanche combo. Sagan put himself in harm's way as another light strike array from Pure lands. And Toronto Tokyo just bullies back. Defend Krilla.
Yeah, he's stunned and they just like jumped. Oh my god.
Radiant's
That's
top tower has fallen.
I feel like Sage is doing a good job like pulling them off to the side, and then something just Nightfall's there, and then he just hops right over and manages to catch the Void too. That was what they needed though. They needed that big chrono, but they needed all the pieces together at once. Yeah, multi, and credit to Ducalis because he didn't instantly pop his ulti as it looked tempting, but he'd actually like realized like, oh, like Pure's nearby, I'm just gonna get stunned instantly. So he tries to wait it out, the RP drops, but it's just not enough at that point.
Not a safe place to be. He wanted to try and de-ward. They've got one on the high ground, one over to the staircase down south. Looks like a lot of focus here from Bedboom in that bottom jungle.
Ready to burn.
I'll tell you one thing, the team that could do so in 10 minutes definitely won this game.
Yeah, I was just looking at the net worth graph. It's like 10 minutes in, you just see the slide down.
Just like, honestly, that to me, that's Dota right now. Just feels,
Dire's top
I'm not sure
tower
why, it
is
feels so
under
much
attack.
more like that now than it did before, but Maybe it's just because like some of the heroes that are meta right now just really get punished kind of hard in these situations, or they just grow very quickly in these situations as well.
Don't give up.
Like Pure is just going to be
Don't
like
give up, guys.
absolutely out of
Scanning.
control right now. He's got Falcon Blading almost as the BKB, and then he's not even just like a backliner at that point. Then he's actually like weaving in the midst of the fights as well, and then eventually the bots can come later, and it's just an ugliness.
Yeah, meanwhile, VP have 3 people sat in triangle trying to farm up this Faceless Void. Krillak wants a BKB next.
Radiant's
Wait,
bottom
where's
tower
Where's
is
Zeus
under
going?
attack.
Squad X?
Radiant
Ooh,
structures
it's a little
are
bit
fortified.
spooky.
Making some space, you know.
The rest of the Boomer down bottom. Exo and Dragon form. I want to take down this tier 2. I don't see any real resistance from VP. But
Dire's top
they are
tower
coming.
is under
Well,
attack.
they've got Blink RP. Notice, he's eyeing up GPK. Shockwave, Skewer into Seer. They've got around for some good damage, and the
Dire's top tower
he just can't kill her off. They've got the Silent Void now, and Claw's the one in danger. Nightfall's going to kill her out. Look, and the Crystal Maiden too, just stuck in the trees. That's like VP's desperation
Don't give
move,
up, guys,
but
don't give
that
up.
boom are just so strong.
Dire are scanning.
And that was something, huh? He actually didn't even
Don't give
have
up, guys, don't
Chrono.
give up.
Like by the
Don't
time he
give up,
got
guys, don't give
silenced, then Chrono came back off cooldown. So that was pretty painful.
Yeah, not a great spot to be in.
I'm not sure, like, where was the damage that they had there? Because I was looking at that, it's like, how? How is the DP gonna die? And I did not get an answer.
Yeah, maybe if they see the Lina and catch Pure, but the Dragon Knight and the DP are seemingly unkillable targets right now.
Operation moves, I suppose, but Tiny's still just gonna try and get a Blink Dagger, because that's all this hero can
Don't
do.
give up, guys. Don't give up.
Is holding the Ancients.
Oh, I got a skill on the clock. And then the hook shot away. Bushwhack, not going to land there. Interesting. I don't know if it went before the tree was there, if the cogs pushback messed it up, but noticed. Will survive nonetheless. Oh, they've got BKB Dragon Knight now.
Bro,
Blink
don't
Dagger
kill him.
DP.
Don't. Just leave him alone, man. Let the guy farm. Come on.
300 gold. Give me my blink, please.
Oh, he's so dead, dude. He's so dead.
Oh no. Save. There's the bushwhack. A little bit more damage over time with the right clicks. He's going to get up to high ground.
Yeah, he actually did have
Sharpshooter on
sharpshooter.
cooldown. Yeah.
So then, never mind. My bad. Tell you sharpshooter. And I pinged him. Go.
It was close to death. Now he's, what, 200 gold away from his blink.
Radiant's bottom
But this
tower
is
under
where
attack.
Roshan becomes a very, very simple objective for Bethel, it feels like.
I'm not too concerned about being confronted with the road trip right now. If I'm that boom, that's for sure.
Hey, what are they going to do? Blink off here? Chronos? Oh, Toronto Tokyo's found the
Dire's
maiden.
top tower is under attack.
Basically a solo kill. D-ward on the way out by the CM.
That was nice. Yeah. Colossus is finding some good plays, I gotta say. You know, getting hook shot like that and then getting the D-ward before you die. I've been impressed.
Worth it.
You know, actually, speaking of POS5s though, one thing that oh, nice off that.
Lina, though, you're playing into. Notice, that's going to skewer into the Chrono. And Pure, this Aegis is going to be taken out of her hands immediately.
Snuff me out.
Rest of Bet Boom are starting to filter forward. Toronto Tokyo, not having a hook shot here is proving problematic, but Pure will be able to turn with BKB. Oh my god. The support, no toss available for the Tiny. Thanks to Pure's quick fingers, but Notice will RP and cancel the TP. I'm not sure what that does in the grand scheme of things, because now the Zeus being jumped, Blink stunned by the DK, Chain disabled thanks to the Lina. They got the Aegis though.
Middle tower is
Wait
under
on the
attack.
BKB? That was disgusting. Who does that?
I don't consider myself.
Is that like half HP that close to a tier 3?
Radiant's
And
middle
he
tower
just
is under
waits
attack.
until a tiny blinks on him, and then he BKBs. That was actually insane. Like, you're getting an Overwatch case in a pub right there. They're being like, I can't believe he didn't BKB, and Pierce is like cakewalk,
Dire
man.
are scanning.
Easy script.
Yeah, easy.
They catch the hoodwink though. Tiny showing off his blink. And Zeus making damn sure she's dead. Thunder God's wrathing from the fountain. So makes his wander out onto the map
Radiant's
again.
middle tower is under attack.
A little bit awkward though, you know, losing your Aegis so quickly. But it feels like Bet Boom are in such a commanding lead, like 15k ahead. Very strong all three of their cores that they can just continue playing as they have been this entire match.
Yeah, showing no fear the way they move through there as well. Like, Hero's just smoked up there. I mean, to be fair, GPK is level 15. Is he actually 3 levels higher than the closest enemy? That is kind of gross. But Toronto Tokyo, in a recent content piece put out by Bet Boom, yeah, he said that he doesn't think there's that many very good position 5 players right now in the world, like super strong position 5, and so he wants to see, like, he wants to be one in that role.
Expected.
Oh, it's giving a good show here.
Pretty interesting. Yeah.
Showing to Carlos what it's like. He's basically solo killed the maiden twice now.
I'm the position 5 now, you know. It's just like,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
but I thought that was interesting though, to say that he recognized that, like, in game, I think is how he was trying to describe it, was like in terms of like the actual moves they make in game, he thinks that there's not that many strong ones across the world, which I don't think you can really say about any other position. Like, no one's gonna be like, I don't think there's that many like good carries in the world,
Radiant are
you know.
scanning.
So it's, I don't know, it's very interesting, and I wonder if that's just his core player brain not seeing some of the stuff that supports are doing.
I don't know. So I rewatched the True Sight from Team Spirit's victory 3-4 days ago, and I'd forgotten like how vocal Toronto Tokyo was. Like he's very loud. No, he's talking and shouting. He's very confident in how and what he says, and I think that's a skill set that's kind of outside of Dota that is missing from a lot of Dota players that could make them that captain or position 5, you know, super high level player.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe what Toronto Tokyo is kind of leaning on, right? Is if everybody's doing one plan and listening to, you know, my calls is better than, you know, everyone listening to individual calls or doing nothing at all.
Yeah, I definitely approve of the swap over too. I mean, obviously he's still an extremely strong mid player, but I think it's cool to take that mechanic skill, slap on a 5 like this, and try and really get that growth as a team. Because, like, I don't know, as like primarily I play 5, and the difference between playing 5 and like a true core role where you're supposed to be farming the entire time is really different. Not as much time to use your brain.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Carlos, Dragon Tail's coming. Sharpshooter to finish her off.
Monster kill.
And GPK, where's he? He's bottom lane solo killing the Tiny. He doesn't have boots of travel or anything, so he's going to have to wander through the jungle to rejoin the squad. But yeah,
They're up top. Squadix.
Looks like he's out of there. Ooh,
Okay, all right.
A decent try. Yeah, I'm absolutely waiting for position 5 Invoker from Toronto Tokyo, though. That's coming.
I remember Kuro did Arc Ward a couple.
I mean, Kuro's he's got that 100% played hero list, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just had to. No, guys, it's good. Surely.
Just pick.
That's right. We'll have to get the Muerta soon.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Don't know what she does. Spooky assassination stuff.
Luckily today, everyone can be 5, so it's fine.
I mean, what were the last couple of heroes we've had? They've all kind of shifted to core roles, haven't they? Like Snapfire's mainly a, I guess, 3 or 4. We've not had a real position 5 hero in a while.
Luckily we got Dawn, you know. I think Muerta's gonna be a core. It's gonna be another core.
Another one.
Yeah. Come on.
Nothing to burn. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think it's a viable 5. Fine. 5 or 4.
Yeah.
But definitely still works fine as a 5. You don't need anything on this hero. It's a couple levels. You guys are spells.
And hope your opponents don't have Crying Blades
Radiant's
and
top
Tangos.
tower is under attack.
I'm a little surprised at how much Vertitro's sticking in this. I mean, I credit them, but like, it's just like, when does this game turn around in your eyes? You know, like if you, it's a long ways away.
Dire's bottom tower is
It
under
requires
attack.
those commentator concocted scenarios of, well, you get a 5 hero chrono into a perfectly timed 5 hero RP directly after.
Freezing Field from the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, going through the whole thing and then have a toss combo on everyone. That should just about get him to half
Dire's
HP.
bottom tower
I can
is under
kind of
attack.
feel it though. Like Zeus scales very well into late game. He's got his E-Blade into Octarine build. They might get a catch on save here. He's dying to clean power. Chipping away at the hoodwink. He's in the freezing field and dies. Now the Chrono onto 2 Killer. He's caught the DP and the DK, but the damage is lacking. They kill the support, they trade out 1 for 1, and that's it. Job done. Now the DK blink stuns yet again. With Toronto Tokyo here, they've got the chain disabled to bring down Killer.
A worthy sacrifice from save.
No RP used.
I don't consider
Time
myself
for VP.
the best player.
But it's
I don't
probably
consider
like
myself
like
player.
we have Empowered Void, we have RP, we've got Zeus and Crystal Maiden. We can do this. We can win a team fight.
Nightfall is done messing around though. I don't know about you, but I've been seeing a lot of scythe pickups across the board lately. Feels like the item is I don't know if everyone just likes it for closing games or what, but every game I watch, there's someone on a team who's getting a earlier than I would consider normal scythe at this point.
Yeah.
And this is just like it's a close round.
Wait, how do they know? Oh, she's been skewing across to the left in the Krillat. Has the BKB up? The RP is required. They're running away. They RP'd a half HP Lena, but she's got Satanic. That's why they're running away. She can regen back up to full. The E-Blade. Get away from
Don't give up, guys,
Squadix.
don't give up.
Zeus didn't stand a chance there against the skills of Pure.
Yeah, those guys are nuts actually.
Goodness gracious me. And 20 more seconds until Roshan's up. It's just, yeah, bet boom. One-way street in this game 1. No one noticed. Let's see what you've got. So yeah, okay, yeah, buy the smoke. Exactly. Chrono's ready in a minute though. And that
Sell
hurts.
your mech. sell something and get shard. Sell your wand and buy shard. Come on.
There's another moment from True Sight. Just sell your sell your Mac and Arcane Roots, buy Lincolns. But then we need another Lincolns. It was a Mac game against Jinkyu's Rubik. Sell your items and buy bigger ones. Thunder goes Rat scouts them in Roche, but it's already dead.
Immortality.
Alright, just kill it twice now. Okay. And shard on DK now as well, so I'll have the Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, they're moving so quickly. From Roche Pit to bottom lane in a matter of seconds. VP skiller coming, TP away. May have even scouted them out to this observer ward near triangle. Pure, even with Aegis, is sitting pretty far back. Like after the fight top where Pure got RP'd, there's a lot of signaling from Bedroom saying, hey, go back into the jungle, farm outside of the river. Because VP are the ones, like the onus is on them to go make a move. They have to try and break themselves out of the deck somehow.
Yeah, Pure's just happy to farm his way towards a Gleipnir here, which is almost done. And hey, Maelstrom for Vasa's point. It's a hard game.
Yeah.
The 29-minute Maelstrom.
Who's flopping around?
Okay,
Nightfall.
by the way, that item.
Ogre Seal Totem?
Yeah, I gotta say, that item has really grown on me a lot.
Yeah.
That item's kind of insane. The amount of times I've seen a disabled hero just flopping around because they managed to pop that first is becoming a little too high.
It's so fun. It just really is so fun. You don't get it doesn't stun when you land on people, right? It's the slow.
Yeah.
It's like in Ag's Lamb, it was like stunning and damaging.
Yeah. Well, like if someone's throwing like a magic missile at you and you pop it, then you just keep flopping away.
Destroyed immediately.
Guys, don't give up.
Oh, this high ground observer, that's what allowed this all to happen.
The best
So
player.
he's dead
I
for
don't
40
consider
seconds
myself
now.
The best player.
Bit of a problem. This is the
over.
popular voice line, by the way. Across the two pro matches, I feel like that one's the
Radiant
winner.
structures
I
are
don't
fortified.
consider myself the
Who is
best
it?
player. It's Nisha. Very good.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What's the timer on the Aegis left?
Radiant's bottom
2.5
barracks
minutes?
are under attack.
Yeah. Multi-lane.
All right, notice he's got the toss. They pop the smoke. It's time for the
Radiant's
symphony of
bottom
skills.
barracks has fallen.
Yeah. Yeah, they need they need the play. They'll catch the clock. Something. Tried to get himself away with a hook shot, but he is blown up by the Zeus.
A little too close.
Did he?
Survival.
Did he have the gem? Yeah, he dropped
did.
gem that Void has claimed. Well, a bit of time to reflect on this game now for VP. Get a bit more farm for Krillat. Maybe get some wards down. It feels like that's where VP have been. It's not like struggling in the normal sense of like the warding battle, right? They're not being like super hard de-warded. It's just these sneaky wards that
Dire's
Save
middle
is getting,
tower is
being
under
a hoodwink,
attack.
hiding in trees, getting in behind, has given BetBoom far more better vision than VP has.
Yeah, and the inability to really like move across the map with the tricord that they had, like, you just weren't able to make those moves in the mid game where you sort of like smoke up and yeah, maybe we find a kill or maybe we just drop some nice wards. I know it's like yeah, like, I gotta farm like link after my mech. I'm like Magnus, like they just got it off the ground so much faster. Like the map close almost immediately
Crystal
after.
Maiden.
I mean, that's just lore. All right, that was a lore-based battle, and
Yes.
that's who wins. You know.
I'm laughing not because I think it's particularly funny that Crystal Maiden dies like that. I'm laughing because I can feel the pain of the Crystal Maiden. Like I'm also a position 5 player, and I know like I'm walking to the jungle, I'm warding, I'm de-warding. I kind of want to walk over here and see what's going on. And there's a DD Lena. There's 3 hits. Satanic up to get rid of the E-Blade. Toss back on the hoodwink into the faceless Void, but the sharpshooter to low ground gets Save away. Allocates up and out hook shots it. Toronto Tokyo gets the catch with the help of the side device. They do disable faceless Void for a while, but an RP skewer. Oh, the Lena slams Aegis. She's got a second life with a BKB and a blink.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's a chrono. Replaced. Krillat is locked in place. Now in comes GPK trying to backstab in, but they've killed the leader off. Dead for 90 seconds, and GPK has to BKB up himself. He's deep next to tier 4 towers. Tier 3's nearly dead. Where's my squad?
Radiant's bottom barracks
Nice
are
one
under
thing down now. He's going to talk away with the oversoul tower. GPK is going to walk back in and die. VP hold their high ground. Why did you come back? Fall back.
Invisibility.
Wait, what? Why did he buy that?
Well, maybe there was miscommunication. I don't know. It kind of looked like they wanted, like GPK turned. He wanted to fight. Nightfall was running away. Maybe the call was to turn and battle. Side device on the time. Carlos and Squadix, they're close, but it's Lena outputting a lot of damage until the horn toss. Skewer back into the toss across. Oh, they're just moving his Lena all over the place. Now Krillat back in and out again with a reverse time warp. Nightfall. Dragon tails the Zeus. Pure still on the chase. And they'll catch Squadix here, even with the help of the timing. The Beaky's back up as Pure. Light Striker in the bushwhack is there. Save assassinates the Void. They've got buybacks out for Virtus Pro. But it feels like this might just be over now.
That was so sick.
Noticed. Into the fountain. It's
Radiant's
safe.
middle tower has fallen.
He's stunned up. He tried to toss Nightfall in. But he might be losing his life for it. He's glimmered
So
up.
it actually all makes sense. So
Radiant's middle barracks
Does it?
that part.
Bushwhack. Oh, there's a light striker ray and Pure Satanic is ready again. Turns and regens back up. The fountain damage. The Void is in. The patches come. The dieback on the Lena. Toronto Tokyo going to drop as well, even through his Glimmer Cape. I know that's even forward to Carlos with a freezing field. Nightfall. Slow to a crawl. And Singers, well, he's got no toss, no avalanche for 5 more seconds. Backup is here in the form of the hoodwink. Side device on the Void. Hold Krillat back for a second or two, and GPK with the right line back in. They come in, trying to catch them with the acorn bushwhack. Krillat, he's going to be able to time walk off, but Crystal Maiden will not.
All right, they're kind of insane.
These last 2 minutes, what?
You know, the game was stalling out a little bit, so they decided to make it exciting. But if you think about the buyback, with no chrono, they pretty much can't kill him, short of skewering you to the fountain. So maybe got a little bit too close for that one. The fact that he buys back, he TPs in, he does a rotation around the jungle to his stacks back up.
Radiant
And then
lost
Nightfall
stand.
was just waiting because his dragon form was also coming back. And the two of them can just stun and kill anyone, and there's actually nothing they could do.
Oh, I tried it.
And like if he had to pop back, Hardcore actually gets out of the map. Like it's not like, you know, the game's just over at that point. It's not like they're suddenly back in the game, but if with that buyback, he was actually able to hem them in, and they're stuck.
It's like back to square one, outside of the fact that pulling the buyback is on cooldown.
Yeah.
But that's not like, you know, 36 minutes in, usually you'd say that's a win condition, but they're so far behind, it doesn't feel like it is.
Yeah. It feels like once they don't have Chrono, they just can't really fight. I mean, you know, it was probably still a little bit aggressive, but I can see the logic in it.
Just under a minute until next Roshan. Gonna make the game a little more interesting now. VP, what are they? Just one lane of racks down. A cute little ward in their base. But they are out on the map, they're farming. It's just this gap, the gap between top 3 Dire and top 3 Radiant.
It's about 1 CM's worth of a gap there, I'd say. Yeah. And
it's more, isn't it? Like 8k difference between Zeus and Lena. Oh dear.
Radiant's Nightfall going refresher over Manta. I think that's kind of cool. It's like obviously like being in Dragon form feels really good. Double stun feels really good. But so many people opting for the Axe Manta build instead.
Yeah, I guess the fact he has a scythe device means he's got double hex, double BKB, so he can just jump in. What he's going to be invulnerable and catching the void twice for a good 10 seconds.
The Manta just like dies, right? Like the double BKB is just so much better anyway. Because I mean the Manta illusions are really cool, but against that loud Virtus Pro, they're either going to be like slowed or just not doing damage because of all the random AOE match damage flapping around.
And it doesn't feel like a situation where they're forced to soft push. You know, they can just waltz up high ground. They don't need these illusions to start shipping towers or anything.
I do like all the giant dragons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Full.
Imagine they catch Pure first. That would be incredible. We're actually gonna see him.
They're gonna see him.
Oh my god.
Hello, Pure. Krillat once in. Force that forward. Why don't you blink away? Why don't you blink Horn Toss or?
Why was that tiny?
I don't know.
I guess because the reaction.
Who did that?
I don't know. Felt like it was a surefire way to catch. In the back, they've got the Crystal Maiden now. DeCarlis completely stranded. Aegis grabbed up by Pure. Maiden's down. Notice being chased by GPK. There's a fight to the left with Krillat. He's chroning up the Lena and he's bashing away, but the hook shot holds him in place just low enough for Pure to get that final touch in while the Magnus dies up top as well. Tiny blinks into the trees to TP home, but this feels like the end now for VP in game 1.
Things just weren't quite right on that play. I mean, even then, again, it's not like it's gonna necessarily save them from the back of the game, but it would have been something. And Pure is, I mean, the only way to live through this is to call GG and hope he gets mercy, I think.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, there's no way back. Careful of dying. Cheese just dropped on the floor there. Delicately handed over to all the RP. Skills are noticed. Tracking close to Fountain, but not close enough. Diving in we go. BKB's up. Doesn't have any cheaters. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't have a Yule or Ghost Scepter though. Pure is deep in the Fountain. Aegis down. The sharpshooter lands. Pure with a blink to jump out. He does. So away we go. Nobody dies. And GG called.
A statement there, this one, I feel like, from Red Bull. They get to clowning all them territories.